I really love to make date balls because they're really easy to grab snacks. And so basically how I formed the balls was I got a 1 tablespoon measurement and then just scooped out, and then from there just took it in my hands and formed the balls. When I worked in the kitchen, I loved making meatballs. Obviously not so much anymore because I am eating plant-based, but I got pretty good at making meatballs, so this was really fun and I like making these a lot. These were actually a snack for us for our trip to Kosovo. I'm recording the audio in Kosovo right now. We are here, and don't worry, I have plenty of vlogs coming out about Kosovo. But these were our snack on the plane ride and during our travels for that. And they lasted us pretty long. We made them, little samba, get it? Hey. Okay, so in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be making some vegan, gluten-free date balls. As you can see, this is the recipe that I will be following, and let's get into it. So first, obviously, we're going to start with the dates. 2 cups of dates we're going to do in here. I don't really know how many this batch made. I didn't really count, but it did make a lot. Obviously, as you can tell, these dates are not pitted, so I have to go through and pit all of these dates first before we get into the process of making all of these. It's a little time consuming, but hey, it's kind of fun too, so. Been trying to sharpen my skills on my YouTube magic as of recently, so we're gonna try out a little something. Whoa, look at that, they're all done. So not as time consuming as you may think. But next we're gonna throw in the cacao. I didn't really measure the cacao, I just kind of broke off some pieces of it. You can use the cacao powder if you would prefer that, but I really love a little bit of texture within the date balls, and who doesn't just love a big old piece of chocolate in there. So that is why we chose to use the organic solid cacao rather than the powder, but both would do the job perfectly fine. They're both great, they're gonna taste the same, but the only difference would really be the texture of them. We're almost done chopping the cacao, and there we go. Okay, next, well, actually, you can see that the cacao is chopped up in big pieces. But next, we're going to go with the rolled oats. I tried a couple different kinds of oats. I know I've talked about pinhead oats on my channel before and did an oatmeal recipe with them. But I went to try and make these date balls with the pinhead oats, and they did not turn out good at all. So for this recipe, make sure you're getting rolled oats rather than any other type of oats, because they are going to be the best for this. And basically what you want to do with these oats is just kind of blend them a little bit to the point where they're in some smaller pieces, not the huge pieces of rolled oats that we normally know, because you don't want a huge chunk of oat in there. Next, as you can see, we're going to go with the cashews, and this is obviously optional as well. You could use almonds, cashews, peanuts, hazelnuts, whatever you prefer, whatever you like better, or whatever you have on hand really, is great. I really love cashews, so that is why I chose to use it in this recipe. So same type of deal with the oats. You just want to kind of blend the cashews up a little bit until they're in some smaller chunks. You don't want them to be huge, because you don't want to have like a whole cashew in one of the date balls. So just kind of blend it up a little bit. Then after that, we're going to throw in the pieces of cacao. And then as you can see, there's some pretty good pieces of cacao in there, some pretty good chunks. Like I said, that's just gonna add a little bit of texture in there. Can't waste any of that cacao, gotta get it all. Now we're gonna throw in the 2 cups of dates, pitted. You can buy pitted ones, I believe, if you really want to save some time, but I don't really have anything else to do, so I just chose to get the non-pitted ones and cut them myself. A little bit of cacao left on the board, so we're gonna get that, and now we're gonna put the lid on the blender and blend that up just a little bit. Obviously it's not coming together really well at all, as you can see, but we will add some water in a little bit to help all of it really come together and be able to form the date balls. But before that, we're gonna add some spices and seasonings. As you can see, I just added some salt in there, just a few pinches of salt, and then we're gonna go with about 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. All of these spices and things are optional, of course, but they help add some flavor. Same thing with the turmeric as the ginger, about 1/4 teaspoon. And then last, we're gonna throw some cinnamon in there, and we're gonna go with about 1/2 teaspoon of this, just because it adds a super awesome flavor and it complements the dates really, really well. Like I said before, we're gonna add some water in here to help it all come together a little bit better. Here in a second, we'll throw the water in. Not too much, obviously, just a little bit, and it'll really help you be able to form the balls. You can 110% make bars out of this recipe. That is totally up to you. I really love to make date balls because they're really easy to grab snacks. And so basically how I formed the balls was I got a 1 tablespoon measurement and then just scooped out, and then from there just took it in my hands and formed the balls. When I worked in the kitchen, I loved making meatballs. Obviously not so much anymore because I am eating plant-based, but I got pretty good at making meatballs, so this was really fun and I like making these a lot. These were actually a snack for us for our trip to Kosovo. I'm recording the audio in Kosovo right now. We are here, and don't worry, I have plenty of vlogs coming out about Kosovo. But these were our snack on the plane ride and during our travels for that. And they lasted us pretty long. We made them, little samba, get it? Hey. We made them probably about 4 days before we left, and we had a couple, I'm not gonna lie, we had a couple in the meantime. But like I said, we made them 4 days before we left, and then they lasted 2 days of travel, and then even a little bit after that as well. So these can easily last you a week, week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks if you're keeping them in the refrigerator. We obviously didn't have a refrigerator with us when we were traveling, so we couldn't keep them cool, but they hold together and will stay better a lot longer if you refrigerate them. I'm not really sure, like I said, I think I said before, I don't really know. I'm not really sure how many this recipe made. It did make a decent amount of them though, for sure. And these are very filling and super, super delicious. If you've never had dates before, they're really sweet, and that's why there's no sweeteners or added sugars or anything in here. It's just all natural. So there we are, finishing up with the date balls. I will admit, making these by hand, rolling them, is pretty freaking messy, but like I said, I like doing it. It's pretty fun. And as you can see, there's my hands pretty messy, like I said. Looks like I wiped my you-know-what, but anyways, we're gonna throw these in the refrigerator for about 2 hours or so, just to kind of really allow all the flavors to come together and allow the balls to solidify a little bit more. And then after that, you are really good to go. These are one of my favorite gluten-free vegan snacks, and they're super easy to make. It took us all of maybe 20 minutes to make these, and that was a decent amount. Shout out to Delza also for helping me record this video. I really appreciate that so much, so much. Taste test for you. We gotta, oh, damn son.
Sorry that you
dink 'em. I love the ginger in there. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you tried the date balls, I would love to hear how you enjoyed them, because I know you're going to enjoy them. I would love to hear that down in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, make sure to leave a like, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.